Yo, what's up everybody? So as you guys did see in the title thumbnail, I'm kind of going to be talking about what could be coming to Drive Empire this week. Now, I know this is posted on Sunday, and this is still technically, like, you know, the week, but you guys, like, get what I mean. Monday is basically the next week, so yeah, we're kind of close enough. And I also kind of wanted to make some predictions before, like, we get any sneak peeks or stuff, or, like, any more information is revealed later out throughout the week. So yeah, we're going to be making some predictions on what it is. So I'm sure that you guys seen a couple, like, different thumbnails, a couple different cars of what it could possibly be. And yeah, we're going to be exploring kind of like all theories of what it could possibly be. And yeah, this is going to be like a video basically just making predictions. So first, what do we know like about like the upcoming update? What has been revealed so far? Kind of like the most that we know right now is if you go over to the Drive Empire Discord server and then you scroll up, click on events, we have an event right here which says redacted. You click on it and then we can see this kind of like a blurred picture. We can kind of see there's 4 colors there. It looks like white, green, blue, and red. That's kind of what it looks like. And besides that, we don't really have any more information. But down below, there's kind of like a little poem. I'm not sure if the developers wrote this. I'm assuming they did. And it says, a name renowned, its presence refined with power and beauty, perfectly aligned, a modern mobile yet classic in feel, a driving experience that's endlessly real. So, an actual like good theory of like how we actually kind of figured out what this means or like what it could possibly mean. Shout out to RH Island and Guard. They actually figured this out. So they actually put this poem like into ChatGPT, and it came back saying basically that it is like most likely like Aston Martin. And as you guys see right there on the picture like that we have, it is green, like kind of like the 3 colors which we have that are like the most primary there, like which like stand out the most are green, blue, and red. And kind of the ChatGPT said like Aston Martin is known for those 3 colors. And honestly, that could very well, like especially that green, definitely doesn't look like a normal, like, you know, bright green. Definitely could very well be a British racing green. So yeah, shout out to RH Island and all of them for like figuring that out. So this is like a pretty solid theory from Garg and RH Island. It actually does make a lot of sense, especially like the colors. They do kind of add up to like what Aston Martin colors would be, to be honest. But at the end of the day, this is just AI and this doesn't confirm anything. Literally doesn't confirm anything. So don't get like, you know, too hyped up now because we don't know officially. But this is not a bad theory at all, and it does make the most sense so far. But what else do we know about the coming update that, you know, developers have been hyping up so far? So first, we know they have been hyping it up a lot. Here's some like screenshots. Yeah, they've been like hyping it up literally for like the last 2 weeks. And also another thing to add to this, kind of like the last 2 updates which we have been getting have been really kind of like mid or like bad or whatever. But that's literally only because, you know, the developers have been on a break like as of now. All the developers are kind of back now. I think WishTab also said this. All developers are now fully back and they're locked in. They all basically feel refreshed and they're ready to like just go crazy 2025. So yeah, I mean, developers are not on break anymore. So most likely there's going to be a very big, not very big update, but it's going to be a good update. I'd say this is definitely going to be a good update. So what else do we know? Is this going to be a new brand or a brand which we have currently in the game? So we don't know that yet. In my opinion, the way they have been hyping it up, I do think that it's most likely gonna be a new brand. But WishTab said this right here. He said, could be new, could be more cars from a brand we have, you never know, mwahahaha. In my opinion, the way they have been hyping it up, if it is like more cars from like a brand which we currently have in game, I'd probably say, I mean, just taking a look, we have a lot of Porsches in the game, kind of like the most popular which we have in the game. I'd say, okay, I don't even know what I just did. But yeah, as I was saying, kind of like some of the most popular brands which we have in the game, I guess that like people would like the most, I would say would probably be obviously Koenigsegg. I doubt we're getting more Koenigsegg's though. It doesn't really, like, I don't know, it doesn't really make sense at the moment. We have Porsche, we have Audi, we have a lot of McLarens. I feel like those are like some of like the ones which are the most popular. I think I mentioned Pagani, I'm not sure if I did. I'm definitely missing some, but I feel like those would be the most popular and the most noticeable ones in my opinion so far. So if we were to get more brands, oh yeah, also Lamborghini. I feel like the only thing that would make sense if we are getting more cars from a new brand would be that we're getting like actual more Lamborghinis that are very highly requested. You know, whatever, like SVJ, Revolto, whatever. I'm obviously just, you know, making predictions here. But that's kind of like the only thing that I feel like is worth the hype. Because I feel like for everything else that we currently have in the game, we actually have a good amount of like cars for it. And we have the right cars, you know, if that makes sense. So McLarens, we have a bunch of other McLarens. Other ones that are we kind of missing that would be like worth a lot of hype, I guess, would be like the McLaren Senna GTR, P1 GTR, P1 GT, Senna Kingdom. Just a bunch of like those variation in track vehicles or whatever. So that's kind of the only thing that makes sense to me. If it was from like a brand which we currently have. Although I do think that it is a new brand. I do think that it is most likely a new brand. WishTab just likes to troll and kind of like, you know, play the maybe not game all the time. So yeah, we have no idea. But I do think that it is most likely a new brand. I think I'm gonna stick with that. And I do think it makes the most sense. But I mean, yeah, you never know. It could be, you know, Lamborghini. Some people were saying that because I think like, you know, around the time that Koenigsegg got leaked before they dropped the sneak peek, there was a Revolto decal in Borges's inventory. But I don't really think that means anything. I mean, it could, but like, I highly doubt that we're getting the Revolto, honestly. It doesn't really look like a color of the Revolto in the sneak peek. So yeah, scrolling through Paradise and seeing a new message. Somebody said like something about no Senna GTR ever, and WishTap 3 days ago said you'll see more McLarens in the future, just like the other brands we have. We don't like just one and done brands, basically. So obviously McLarens could be added in the future, but I feel like this kind of proves that it's probably not like McLaren. If it was like the actual like brand or whatever we are getting in this like next week's update, they probably would not say anything about it. They would just play the maybe not game, and they wouldn't have said anything about like that actual brand, because it would kind of be just like spoiling it, and it would just overall ruin it. And then yeah, for the reply, which Step said, can do endless amounts of updates for the licenses we have, some we could even miss. And we know that based off kind of like some other updates which we have gone like, you know, updates with 2 brands, 3 brands, whatever, General Motors as a whole. So yeah, they can mix like a lot of brands and stuff. So yeah, the possibilities are really endless. As of now, it looks like it's like leaning towards Aston Martin. I do think it makes the most sense. Now, this isn't like confirmed. We can't just go based off ChatGPT and be like, yes, this is confirmed. So this is obviously just a theory, and I'm also making my predictions at the moment before we get any information that's revealed. So yeah, so far it looks like it's most likely leaning towards Aston Martin. And I'll say this, I'll 99% guarantee you guys it is a new brand. I don't think that it is an existing brand, but I mean, maybe it is an existing brand. I'll be actually really surprised if it is, but I do 100% think it is a new brand. So yeah, so far this update looks to be very, very promising. Where Sab also said, I know some people in this Discord server are going to be very, very happy. So I don't know. I mean, if I could think, it's probably not McLaren because they mentioned it. So I feel like we could roll that off. More Lamborghinis, perhaps, but the colors don't really look like Lamborghinis, so I don't think it is Lamborghini. So the most kind of solid prediction which we have, not evidence, it's not, you know, confirmed or whatever, but looks to be like Aston Martin, like I have mentioned a couple times already. Currently, this is the only, I think this is the only fake Aston Martin which we have in the game. This is a limited from like 2023. I believe this is a fake Aston Martin Valkyrie, so I guess I would definitely say this is like definitely coming in the update if we do end up getting Aston Martin. So this is kind of a guaranteed. I think some of the other ones which we had in the game before, I think we had the Aston Martin Valhalla, we had the Aston Martin DB11, we had a bunch. I think we had over, I'd say like, I think we had around 11 or so. So we could probably expect, like, if we do end up getting Aston Martin, for it to be 5 to 7. So yeah, I mean, I think we had the Aston Martin DB11. We had the Aston Martin Valhalla. We had the Aston Martin Victor. We had the Aston Martin DBS Super Leggero. We had a bunch of them in the game. Yeah, that is pretty much it. I've kind of like went into every theory. I know this video might be a little bit like long or whatever, but I did want to like, you know, keep you guys updated and drop you all the information on all the information which we have so far about this upcoming update. And yeah, as Wishtap said, it could be any like other brand, but Wishtap likes to troll, and I feel like it's most likely a new brand. That's what I'm going off. Like, that's kind of my prediction of reading these messages and whatever. And yeah, I mean, shout out to RH Island and Garg once again for making that theory. It is a pretty good theory, but at the end of the day, it's just AI, so we don't know. We do have to wait till next week to know probably how many cars like we're going to be getting and what brand it's going to be. So if it is Aston Martin, that's going to be very, very exciting. Whatever else is going to be, hopefully it's very, very exciting the way they have been hyping it up. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys think about this and what kind of theory or like brand you guys think makes the most sense like coming to Drive an Empire in the next week. We're just gonna have to wait and see, and yeah, that is pretty much it. Have a good one, everybody, and bye.